Oh God, I don't know what I've done then. I'm hoping I've done it right. If it's cut off, it'll be on the second part. I'm still not too familiar with this camcorder. And on the other side, you've got another number which hopefully shows up. It's all important. Now, let's show you what happens. You've got two settings. It's on a switch on the side. Some of them have it like there, but this model has it on a lead. Middle connection is, as you can see, it's off, and it draws no current, which is very, very good considering it goes through a transformer. It shows 0 watts. I've got one of those devices which you can plug in, and it tells you the amount of current, the wattage, what have you. I'm going to turn it on. Now, what has happened, I've turned on for night time, and it should be showing all green. What am I talking about? All blue. I'm not colourblind. All blue. And that would be what they call an actinic blue. Whether it's officially an actinic blue, I don't know. The idea of these is to use them at night time. I don't. I have this wired to a timer, and at night, it's night, they all go out. I suppose if you were keeping marine fish, these might be an asset. Now, while we mentioned, this is what is called a full spectrum light. Some of these light units obviously have the blue, I think, but they also don't have some of the other colours. This one you do have a full range, and the idea is that this will help the plants. Turn it off. Now, we're now on to normal operation for daytime, and you can see the different colours in there. The blues, definitely not green, are on as well, so they would remain on the whole time. So, as I say, I was well pleased with this unit, and there's no LEDs that are not working. I'm hoping they stay active the whole time. I have ordered another light unit previous to this from a company in Hong Kong, and they're messing me about, but more on that at a later date. We go from two extremes. We have a very, very good seller in Ziegler, I think it was, Ziegler watch, and in America just Ziegler, a superb fitting, and it's made of aluminium, which is important. Turning it over, be able to see the fish now. Also, there's a plastic sheet between the LEDs and the what's it. There's bare wires at one end, I noticed, but no problem. It's 12 volts, so there's no problem someone getting electrocuted. 12 volts wouldn't hurt anyone. Also, on the back, we have the model again. It says, which is rather interesting, 5-75 watts. I imagine this refers to the actual light output. It's certainly not the current or the wattage that this unit uses. So, you know, so it's, when I first saw that, I thought 75 watts. Oh God, I'm not a millionaire. But no, it's what's it. You've got your safety things on there as well. It shows double insulation, which is rather interesting. The double insulation, that's that square. That means double insulation means that you haven't got an earth wire, but everything's covered with two insulating sheets. There is an earth wire on here, as far as I can see there is, but not to worry. CE is the European standard. That, I think, means a house sign means to use inside, and this other one means it's not to be put in the bin. So what are you supposed to do with it? Chuck it out in the street? Anyhow, that's another sore point with my bins. Right, well that is more or less it. I did just have a look at the paper again that I've written down. I'm not sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, the name is Ziegler watch. As I say, they're very, very good. They're on eBay. They're on Amazon, the American Amazon. And as I say, I'm well pleased. Only 42 watts on all lamps and 11 watts if you're just looking at the blues. It's full spectrum, 9 to 120 cm, that's the metric measurements. Don't ask me what it is in inches, I always get confused. Being of older age, I was brought up with the inches and yards and feet. Anyway, I think that's all. Now, you know, if anyone's got any comments about this, please shout, let me know, because we're all learning. But what I do like about this, and I'm tapping it, it's an aluminium metal frame, and it's nice because it dissipates the heat. Also, at the ends, you've got adjustable clips. Now, I was rather naughty. I set it for the size of my tank, and it's not going to go on any other tank, and I dropped in there, each one of those, just a tiny bit of super glue. That way it means the thing stays in place and doesn't wiggle about. So when you take it out, you haven't got to reset it again. It's virtually right in, but not quite. And obviously the same at the other end. Same thing, that was a little bit of super glue, not too much. Don't allow it to drop into the water. It probably won't do the fish any good. But these, as I say, are adjustable. They pull out to extend so you can fit different. This one is good, I've got the full use of it, the full length. Let's have a look at the fish. There's the actual tank. The plants growing are Cryptocorenes. I like crypts. They're a plant which really should at some time be grown with their leaves out of the water, but in a tank it's a little bit difficult. These ones are done quite well. I fertilise occasionally. You've got tablets you can just push in on the roots. You've got an air stone, which gives a little bit of air. You've also got on the side a good old Eheim. Eheim, I believe, were the best make to get. Canister filter. A heater. I have to use a heater over here. It's in there, heater. The inlet for the water, and that needs another clean. What I'm dogged with at the moment is blanket weed. I was very annoyed about this because you can't tell, when you buy plants, you can't tell there's blanket weed on them. It can be with a piece of blanket weed about 1/8 of an inch long. You can't see it. Also, you can get snail eggs, which don't help. So it's a gamble. Anyhow, I picked it up, and periodically I have to go round with my little twizzles. I call it a twizzle stick. It's really a thing with a fork at the end, and you can twist it up and wind it up. Fortunately, the species I've got is one that doesn't attack it. It doesn't attach itself very hard. And I'm hoping this light will reduce it. I don't know. It might have the opposite. The lights you see there are the actual reflections on the glass. I turn it off. Everything's dark. And that's how it would look at night time with the blue. Some people call it a moonlight. But it's an actinic blue. It's amazing what they can do with LEDs now. They can bring all the colours. They can bring UV power out as well on certain LEDs. So I'm going to turn it back to normal. And once again, thanks for watching. Any questions, I'll try and give you an answer if I can. Many thanks. Please subscribe, please rate, and I'll catch you again. I don't know what I'm going to put up next. Sport for choice, to be quite honest. But yes, I'm very pleased with this. Remember the name. It's a Mr. I don't know if it's a Mr. Zyger, but his stuff's blooming good. I will be putting one up on a smaller version. Not from him, but from a seller in Hong Kong that have led me an awful time. So there we are. Thanks again. Thanks for watching.